chat we profit when the big islands denounce it. We don't have ego is victory. Thinking that they would benefit. No Jamaica, Trinidad, Guyana. Economy feeling real pressure. Their money keep on declining. So with the IMF, they go.
WhatsApp us or call us at 457-9997. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
You have instrumental too? Oh. All right. So good morning. And we are back with you for another segment of Activated Mornings program here on WEFM. And at this time, we'll be conducting an interview with Grantley Ipa Constance. Welcome. I think it's back to the studios of WEFM.
It's been a while, Ipa, have you been here? Ain't it, Ipa?
I think I was here when in January.
This year?
Yeah, myself and Sippy.
Oh.
We had an interview with
Scott? Dr. Cleve Scott?
No, not Dr. Cleve Scott. We're calling the
Cecil Ryan.
Cecil Ryan. That's
Okay.
the man. That's the man.
All
Yeah.
right. It was in relation to
In
Caribbean
relation-
unity and
That's
right, the
right,
same
that's
thing.
right.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So Maka and I had a little conversation this morning regarding this song in particular. How old is this song, Ipa?
Well, this song here is about since 1990. Yeah.
1990?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's less than 40. All right, because I was just saying it must be like about 40 years, but it's not quite that. Let me see how much is 1990 from 2026 minus 1990.
I think this is
So
one of the
36
best songs.
years.
Yeah.
36 years.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
close to 40, Mark. I wasn't
Yeah,
too
yeah,
far.
Yeah. Closer to where you were predicted. then.
Correct.
We were very, very young.
Yeah, we were, but that's the thing. This is one of those songs that I grew up listening to, you know. So
Yeah.
I could almost say word for word.
That's great. That's
Yes.
great. That's great. That's great.
All right, so we're going to be talking about it's Carnival season, and one of the components of Carnival is Calypso.
Yeah.
So we are going to be talking about your new tent. Is this the first year?
Yes, we are
Okay.
making our debut this year. The tent is called the Calypso Cabaret.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right, and the thing of it, when I think of cabaret, there's a particular image that comes to my mind in terms of those chorus dancing kind of thing.
Well,
so
we want to bring everything to the fold. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Myself and Patrice, we came up with this idea to have try to have Calypso and the whole festive season all year round, because we notice Calypso tends now becoming a competition pool. Some people want to compete and for the coveted title, the Calypso Crown. They have a tent and they're just basing their shows around Carnival. But we want to have something happening right through the year, not just for Carnival, but right through the year. We're supposed to have something. We even want to inspire the youths. We want to get youths on board. That's our real interest, to get people to succeed us, because we've been there so long. As the song it's 36 years now, and you know what I mean. I think I have more behind me than what is in front.
Yes.
So we have to look for our successors. So we our interest is to get young people involved into the Calypso art form, and in the arts in a whole, you know what I mean? Because we want to encourage like the bobo dancers. Well, I asked the lady who's in charge of La Glacier Dancer to be a part of our opening act. We have Naked Roots would be a part of the opening act. We want to bring everything to the fold. Everything that is culturally inclined, we want to put it out there so that we could bring back some respectability for the arts in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And because we have seen a dwindling of like live bands and shows and all them kind of thing. We want to encourage that. So that is the reason why we take this initiative to go in that direction.
At this point in time, what age is the youngest person inside the tent?
Well, I think our youngest person in the tent is a brother called Jasper, and he's a talent brother.
Jasper.
Yeah.
That's not just the YMC.
Jasper Alexander, that's his name. Jasper
okay.
Alexander, YMC. You
Oh,
know?
it's the same Jasper then?
The same person.
Yeah.
We know him as a soca artist.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. We bring in a variety of everything.
Okay.
You're not to the fold. We ain't really want just have Calypso because in my time coming into Calypso art form, we never have a distinction between soca, Calypso, raga soca, nothing. We just had it Calypso. Because people like Pose and Sippy and them guys, they win Calypso, Monarch, and Road March with the same song. You understand what I'm saying? So we don't want to have a disparity between well, it's the same genre because it's Calypso. We want to see it like, like how it was before. Without any differentiation of raga, soca man, or soca man and Calypso. We just see it as Calypso because that is the parent for all the different,
The subsets.
subsection. So that's our intention, to have everything in one pot. So when you come to our show, you have a full entertainment package to go out with. You know what I mean?
Okay. So hence the reason cabaret was added to it, because it's not
right.
just okay.
We want to encourage. I look at sometimes I look at TikTok and so, and I see they have I call it the magician. There is things that we want to have encourage people to do too. The thing about having things disappearing, people are amazed and enthused with those kind of things. So we try to encourage all that aspect to our show, so we could have a full entertainment package for people who come into our show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me get an understanding of how it's going to be this 10th season, right? Because I know that you said it's not just going to be for Carnival.
Yeah.
But when you started this year, if I come, what is it that I'm going to be hearing? Is it just going to be the prelims in terms of?
No, you're not just gonna come to listen people to get selection.
Right.
We're looking to have a show.
Oh, okay.
So when we have a show to entertain you, we win that. That is our price.
Okay.
Our price is to make sure that you will educate, inform, and entertain by that whole package. When you go there, you have to take home something. I like how this person do this. You know what I mean? We want to have that. You know what I mean? So we are a work in progress. We might not hit the peak instantly, but that we are a work in progress. That is Calypso Cabaret. We are a work in progress.
Got you. Fully understand now. All right. What are the dates then for a date? Because how you even pull this out? Okay.
Yeah. Well, what happened, right? We are governed under the Calypso Association, okay? And the Calypso Association, we have we do get partnership from the CDC also. So the CDC have the Russell's Auditorium rent out for a period of time to accommodate the tent activities. All right. And our dates will be the Tuesday the 26th.
Of which month?
Of this month.
Of May. Okay.
Okay. Tuesday the 26th of this month. We were going to have our show on the 30th, but they're having the Queen Show. The SVG National Queen Show will be at the 30th. So we are the 26th and the 6th of June, and also the 13th of June, which those other 2 dates will be Saturday. But this one on the 26th will be a Tuesday, all because we had the show for Miss SVG Queen Show. Okay. So our dates of the activities in the Russell's Auditorium would be the 26th of this month, the 6th of next month, which is June, and the 13th would be our preliminary date. However, we are going to try to do some road shows, like to do something where the post office, adjacent the post office, where the treasury used to be. We want to do some shows up there also. maybe we do something in the market, and we would like to even do something in the rural areas. But all these shows in the public domain where you don't have a gate receipts, we are asking sponsors to help us out at those things, because even though we have the issue, we still have to pay the band for the musical accompaniment, So we are in the process of, we sent out letters to different business houses and so forth. We haven't get any callers yet, which I hope that we will get a call soon, and we're asking sponsors, from $1,000 upwards, to help us. If $500, give what you can, because any little money will help to offset expenses. So we are asking business community to partner with us to share the cultural activities that we have to present.
Do you guys have an executive?
Of course, we have an executive. Our executive is we have a 7-member executive. Myself is the president. The vice president is Robert King. Our PRO is Wayne McAllister. Our treasurer is Sherika Liverpool. Committee members is Sherida Roxanne Williams and Miss Andrews. And did I forget anybody? 7 persons. Myself, Patches, Aubrey Morgan is the secretary. Treasurer is Sherika Liverpool, and we have two
committee members.
That's something. Yeah.
Okay. Curious question, because I've never gone to Calypso tent.
Then you never,
I hope.
You missing out the greatest time of your life, lady.
I've heard that, right? Yeah. But is there usually a price attached to going to the tent?
Yeah.
All right, so you could let us know about that as well.
Okay, so the admission fee to the Russell's Auditorium when we have in our tent is $20 per person.
Okay.
Yeah, very, very reasonable. For we have a 15-member cast and growing, because we have people who's come out do works late, so we have space for them also. But we have a 15-member cast who are going to sing. We have Naked Roots and La Glacia dancers and so forth. And we are trying to get the other people. Something I went to the opening of Carnival, and what I have observed, the people from the Oriental side of the wall, I think they're working at the Annisville building the
hospital.
The hospital. And I know these people have a rich culture, and I was thinking about reaching out to them to see if they could get the dragon dance, the dragon dance.
Okay.
Yes. So we wanna bring all these things to the fold. You understand what I'm saying? As I say, when you come to the Calypso Cabaret, you must have a full package of entertainment. That is our main objective.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's just digress just a little bit, but I'm still on Calypso. How do you feel about Calypso right about now? Do you think that in maybe like 10, 15 years time, that Calypso music will still be around?
Calypso will forever be.
Okay.
Because I tell you something, Calypso is the poor man's information bureau. You understand? People who can't be able to go and get a newspaper, get to the internet, that Calypso document. Like, for instance, this song, One Caribbean Nation. You understand what I'm saying? You listening this here from 36 years ago. You understand? It's still relevant to this time. You understand? We seeing people, and I'm saying this not to make any downfall of anybody or put down anybody, but we still listening to One Caribbean Nation. It's relevant, yeah. But a lot of songs that you would hear that is feeling, jubilate, have you feeling upbeat, that you wouldn't even remember them or you wouldn't even hear them again because of the substance. Substance is an important thing when you're writing a song. And as I say, I ain't saying anything to put down anybody, but Calypso has that residue to keep you listening from years ago to you. Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, I hear that since I go in school. And it will be relevant when my children. So Calypso have a place here in St. Vincent and in the world. So Calypso will always be relevant. It's what topic you use to put that information outside.
One of the things I always say, Calypso is it's history documented in
song. That's right.
Because there's a song. What was it? I think there's a song for Posa that I was asking persons, what is it that happened? Is it Posa Scotcher? It will come back to me. Okay. But I always remember when the song plays, I'm like, what exactly happened at that point in time for the song to be written? Right? Yeah. So even though, yes, I was not, maybe I was born already, but of course not fully aware of what was happening. Because I'm listening to it now as an adult, looking back, I am curious to know what it is happened back then. It's that documentation of history for me.
That's right. That's the reason why Calypso will always be around. Calypso will always be around. Always be around.
Yeah. But
what will be the main thing that you make this tent different?
Well, as I say, we bring in different aspect of culture into the whole realm of our activities. As I say, when you come to our tent show, you're just gonna listen Calypso, you're gonna listen to some soca, you're gonna listen to some raga soca, you're gonna see some dancing, you're gonna see some drumming, you might see some babwa, you might see some magician, and as I say,
than the rest.
Yes, we always want to increase in the activities to bring people attention, and that is what we need to do to make sure that it's sustainable. You understand? We have to bring different acts, to spice up what it is, because any culture that stays the same die, Any things that stays the same die, perish. So you always have to bring something that is upgrading, revolutionize the whole aspect of what it started from to what it could be, And what it could be, it's left up to our children. So.
If someone want to make a contribution, where can they do that?
Oh, we have our website is the Calypso Cabaret SVG.com. You could always email us on that. If you want to make a contribution, you could always contact my number, or my number is 455-1244 or 529-4865. You could reach us at any one of those numbers. Yeah.
All right, I see a message coming through here. Let me read it before I get scored.
Yeah.
So, Roleza, don't wait until he gone. Tell Ipa I said, what's up? This is from Jimmy and Blackie Boo.
Hey, all the way from Canada. Hey, Blackie Boo. Blackie Boo was a part of the whole building process, but I
see somebody calling. Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, back on the same topic again. We've been on this is in the week. Right, so life.
Oh,
your interpretation.
Life.
Right?
Okay. Caller.
Hello?
We are currently in an interview with Ipa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that segment with life has finished already. All right?
All right.
Okay, all right. All right, so it's Jimmy from Paul's Avenue.
Yeah, okay, all right.
So
nice,
so he's also saying good morning.
Okay,
right.
Morning, Jimmy. Everything all right? Yes, respect.
All right.
Yeah.
In terms of getting, so you made a point.
Jimmy isn't from Paul's Avenue, but living in the United States of America. Yeah, Jimmy, what's up? And I got some big respect for Jimmy, man. Jimmy went away and he bigging up himself and he trying to contribute to Paul's Avenue. You have a store there with selling his sports. I given you a plug one time, Jimmy, selling his sports item, and I'm proud of it, proud of that youth, Yeah, Jimmy, love, man, respect.
All right, so you were making a point of a culture that doesn't, well, I'm paraphrasing now because I can't remember exactly word for word how you said it. But a culture that doesn't transition, I think is what you said.
The,
it's going
the culture
to die.
that stays the same always die.
Correct. That's what you said, right?
Anything that stays the same always die.
But we always have this ongoing conversation in terms of Calypso songs, the way they're written, the way in which they're sung, and do they actually attract the younger persons, right? Because if it's, there are some Calypsos that come across dreary. There's a particular way in which they are sung, and it's always, well, in some cases, heavily political, right?
Okay.
And for those of us who may not necessarily want to come to attend just to hear heavy Calypsos on politics or the kind of dreary-ish type of singing, right? Moving towards the more jumpy songs, do you think that that is having an effect on maybe watering down the art form to more sounding like a soca type of
Rhythm.
influence or rhythm to draw young people in?
Well, hence the reason why we have the diverse people in our tent. You know what I mean? And we have been practicing like for 2-3 weeks now, and I haven't heard any dreary song in our tent.
Okay.
Thank God for Jesus. Because when you go to a show, it's supposed to be entertaining, And if you have a slow song, make sure that it is being jovial, so that people could listen and enjoy themselves still. When you go to a show, it is about entertainment. That should be the takeaway line. Entertainment. If you come to a show, it should be entertaining. You know what I mean? Not you go there and you when you come to the show, it's like you're going to a pressure problem, pressure problem program. We don't want to have it like that. If we have in a song, it should be entertaining and educational, and hence the reason why, as I say, we have this diverse set of people in our tent. Yeah.
And what about the artists? Do they get assistance in terms of how to craft their songs, right? Because so we're just going to move on to soca just a little bit, right? So we there's this ongoing conversation as well with soca songs and how some of them sound. And is it a case where they don't have people writing for them, or even the producers don't tell them, well, this is nonsense, why are you putting this out? When it comes to Calypso, for somebody who might be interested, especially a young person who might be interested, what guidance can they receive, or do they receive?
Well, when they're around people like myself and Patches, there has some, we always interested in people who want to learn. You understand what I'm saying? If somebody come there to the tent and they have a song that is not appealing, we try to speak to them, or even try to get them a song. Because in our tent we have people who write songs as well. We have songwriters in our tent, so we have a battery of people who have songs just there for, if you want a song, you can get a song.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that is the level of professionalism we're trying to bring to the fold. Yeah.
There's a WhatsApp question here from Kojo. Why they don't release Calypso to get persons to come to the tent? If you are not in normal tent person, you might need to hear something to come to the tent.
Well, the releasing of Calypso, sometimes, let me tell you something, the studio where we go and record, sometimes it's booked to capacity, because the amount of people could have a soca song arranged is not, it's far different to have us to write a soca song than to write a calypso. A calypso, well, to me, the way I see the soca thing going now, it's just rhyme a line. You understand?
Much easier to record.
Yes. It's much, and the studio is packed up with the soca people. So, like for instance, I started to record my song by Brian Alexander since February. And up to now, I can't. I asked him, Brian, I said, Brian, like when your government out of power, I just get you.
Let's get things done.
Yeah, because when it was not his parking power. I couldn't find him to get my material over and done with in a quick time.
He handful.
But he handful. He had a good mood meeting. He had a good day. So up to now, my song here hasn't released yet. Anyhow, in due time, it would be out there. And that is one of the reasons that Calypso is not being released early. But all like now, so in the previous years, my song is already on the radio and so forth. But
what about other songs from like the Calypsonians in your tent?
Yeah, well, we have Jasper. I think Jasper is already on the radio. He's and another thing that is hindering people from recording is the cost of recording. Some people had to pay $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 a recording. You understand what I say? And I tell you something, for you to be in the business, you have to love it more than you want to make money. Because over the years, I've been recording my song, paying for my recording, and I haven't had that money regained. I take my money to feed my family, to record my song, but it ain't no spill off to getting back, because we don't sell records and thinking like before. You don't get your song, your song being played on the radio, somebody go and take it, and if they like it, play it on the thing. And there is no investment coming back to you from your recording. So sometimes a person is kind of meticulous in going to the studio because they have to look at the checks and balances, you know what I mean? And it's burdensome, Somebody was telling me when the government get in power, they gotta make sure that Calypsonians get money to record and all that kind of things. So we are still waiting to see what all these manifestations plays out, you know what I mean? So that being said, I'll let you ask me the other question.
All right, so I've been facetious with this question, right? So a few weeks ago, we had a little bit of a on-air conversation in terms of what are the artists going to sing this year, right? Because before, everybody was knocking the ULP administration, right? Yeah. So now that it's been like a 14-1, you have a lot of those songs coming out. Well, you don't have to give away too much, right? But if you don't want that, it's fine, but I just be troublesome.
Well, you know something, well, I'll call Patch's name.
What is Patches going to sing about?
Patches have a song named Bullwood.
A name what?
Bullwood.
Okay.
And I don't know if you could if you understand the terminology of Bullwood, but a long time when a person get in a fight, they say I'm going home for my Bullwood. Okay. Bullwood is like a piece of club. You understand what I'm saying? That the fight with.
So it's licks.
So it's licks.
Okay.
So interestingly,
but there's another way you could put it too, as in sports, football.
Okay. What is the
if somebody kick a ball to the
boy, you have a ball. Yeah.
It's the first I heard about it. So.
Yeah. I hear that terminology when and the football thing. Yeah, and interestingly, Patches is saying that, well, boy, the government changed now, and this government, he monkey all himself, picking up my Bullwood.
Okay.
It's interesting to hear, Patches, who is an ardent supporter of the government of the day, still has the struggles at hand, you know what I mean? And which is, I always like Patches songs. For some reason,
Okay.
Somebody
told me that Zion can't take part in the Calypso because he is on the board. Is that true?
I have no idea that.
But Zion is not in your tent.
No, he's not in my tent. He's with the Onto Calypso tent.
Okay.
Yeah. And if a person is on the board and they feel to sing a song, they sing a song. You understand what I'm saying? The judges is not on the board. You know what I mean? People who doing the judging, there's not on the board. So if he sing a song and he has to be judged, I don't think that the judges should deal with any impartiality or partiality one way or the other in that figure that he is on the board and he has to pick him. You understand what I'm saying? If you have a good song, you have a good song. And if his song is not good, his song is not good enough. But whether or not he's singing, I have no idea of that.
All right. In regards to getting the music out, especially to the younger audience, are you going to be incorporating social media into
course,
this? All right. So let us know how. Yeah.
Yeah, as I say, the Calypso Cabaret have a web page.
Mm-hmm.
It's called the Calypso Cabaret SVG.
So you're saying website, but it's also Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, we got
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to see maybe like snippets of it on social media pages, maybe even on TikTok.
That's right.
Somebody
that's right.
even like the warm ups.
Right. So that is what the treasurer was telling me last night after the rehearsals. Say that when we were this rehearsal, we have some different things in the place. So she was saying we have to get it kind of looking presentable so we could take some shots of people when they're rehearsing, so that we could put it on the
Right.
Facebook page and so forth.
Right.
So what you are thinking, we are thinking.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
We are on top of the game. We are on top of the game.
I have a question. What your thoughts on Calypso being played on radio station and so forth?
Oh man.
I put hits week.
You know something? When you ask the question about the
Jumpy songs to sounding like soca, right?
and the relevance and so forth,
Mhm.
I was gonna make this statement, and I'm glad you posed it to me. The Calypso get ill treatment on the radio. Not all radio stations, but most of the radio station. It have some radio station telling me that they're only catering from people between 35 and how much? From 15 to 35.
Yeah.
So I say, what kind of country you trying to build here? You trying to build certain people. You can't discriminate on your listenership. Anytime you discriminate on your listenership, I beg that your radio station will come to a closure, because the people between 15 and 35, they have the spending power than people who 35 and 70. You understand?
Yeah.
The people between 35 and 70 have a bigger spending power than the people that you're catering for. So if you only want people between 15 and 35 to listen to your radio station, how are you going to get advertisement? You understand? Because the people between 15 and 35, I ain't see that we have the big industry in town. It's the people who have the business and thing, who you could seek advertisement and so forth from. So I don't want to be at war with people. I want people to be conscious that there are people out here who is interested in listening to your radio program. And if they're interested in listening to your program, try to have relevance on your radio station so that they can listen. You understand what I'm saying? I have a problem with people who trying to push that narrative. Let's get all Vincentian listening to your radio station. Do not discriminate when coming to listening to radio. You understand? And there must be I don't know if they would put it in law, but local music need to be played more on the radio stations across the board in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. You understand what I'm saying? They have a thing named the Copyright Act, and people from all over the world, if you play Stevie Wonder song, they billing you here for that, because those people have copyrights. You understand? And when your song when their song being played on the radio, your radio station has to pay, for that copyright and thing. And let me try to. I want to say to the radio stations, let us promote we. You see, like how this is WEFM. Let's promote we. You understand what I'm saying? So to all the radio stations out there, man, let's get every Vincentian to listen to your radio station. Not the people between 15 and 35 only. Let's get St. Vincent and the Grenadines listening to your radio. That's what I have to say today.
And one of the other things too is that if persons are not introduced to certain types of music, certain genres early, if you're going to wait until they get to 35, they number one don't know, and they have zero interest, right?
Yeah. So that's another reason why they should be playing Calypso and other Everything should be played on the radio and let people get. Let me tell you something, right? If you feed an animal with flesh, the animal will come up to loving flesh. If you feed an animal on vegetable, the animal will come to love vegetable. So let me feed our nation with what we have here, what we are building here, what we have. You know, as I say, people get inspired from what they hear. You tell me you hear this song since you was a little child, and you still loving the song. You know it word for word. And the only reason why you could get to know this song word for word is because it's being played on the radio. You understand? And you get to love it and accept it and see the relevance of it. So if you put other people's songs, other Calypsonian songs in the public domain so that they could hear it and get to understand it, they will get to love it as well.
You know, a lot of people don't really hear most of these Calypso until they go to the 10.
Yeah. All because the proprietor of the radio station give them a log that these are the songs
preferred
to be played.
playlist, yes.
You know, these are the songs you are to be played, and it's different to like long ago. They had band songs, but you know, songs that is defaming, sending a negative message. You could ostracize those songs, but songs that educational, informative, man, you gotta let it go out there, let the children learn it and get to relish it and get to inspired by it. That's what you need to do. All right, as I say, let's build what we have. You understand? Yeah.
All right. Another one of the other things I suppose, well, as you mentioned, what Calypso Cabaret is going to be all about.
Yeah.
I like the idea of it in that we tend to think of Calypso as only seasonal, right? It's only for carnival time.
Yeah.
You would hear the radio stations that end up playing Calypso, they would push them during the carnival season, but there's a trickle-off effect after carnival. So in terms of your grand scheme of things or your grand plans for the cabaret, are you going to, is the hope to maybe take it to the different communities, the different villages
That's right.
outside of the season?
That's right. That's our intention. That's our sole intention. We want to take it to the schools as well. I was speaking with Patrice and I indicate to the lady by the School for Children with Special Needs. They're the first people we want to visit.
Okay.
Bringing tears. Yeah.
Okay.
But I think school will be a good initiative in terms of Calypso going to the schools.
Yeah, we got to get the thing relevant, man. We got to get it relevant, Okay. We got to go with the school. We got to teach children, to love what we got.
Because the soca artists go to the schools, eh?
That's a thing. That's another thing that I know people who have the financial backings and so forth, they always try to wait behind the soca artists. You understand what I'm saying? But they gotta give us a chance. They gotta give us a chance, to make the playing field level, give us a chance. Let me try to reach the children and also put our music on the radio. Let the children and them get to love it, and then they will be inspired. Just like you put in for the time being, the releases I hear it on the radio is a lot of rum. You know what I mean? And you imagine that we're gonna take all these rum songs and rest them in the school. You know what I mean? I mean, when I jumping up in the band in carnival time and thing, and I hear a rum song, as a mature person, I could deal with that. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna take a song to the school, you understand what I'm saying? Let we take one Caribbean nation and some, and peace and love, something, something that is educational and informative. As I say, Jasper, the guy, the youth man in our tent, you have a song, Take Your Time and Killing a nice song, and it up tempo, entertaining, lyrical content. Everything is just smooth with that song.
Do you think that maybe soca artists can help to bridge that gap with the younger audience? Because when we look at persons like Jasper, Jasper's, I know him from soca, not necessarily calypso, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that, number one, maybe trying to get more soca artists, and I'm going to just bring in Madzat into this conversation as well, because Madzat is known for the soca music as well as calypso, right? So when you have soca artists, non-soca artists out there, do you think that maybe there should be a little bit more of encouragement? I mean, of course, people could do what they want, but should there be a bit more of an encouragement for them to maybe have that appreciation for calypso music, so that we can encourage younger artists or younger persons to have a love of the mother of the art form?
Yeah, sometimes if I wasn't on the radio, I probably would have say something that I think about the way in which people look at Calypso. Mazat was invited to be at the opening of Carnival as the Calypso monarch. You know, so we expect that Mazat to represent the field that the
title that he's very known, right?
Which is a Calypso. He has a Calypso title for 2 years. He was invited to the opening of Carnival, and a person like me who went to the show will expect that Mazat will represent Calypso, but lo and behold, he did not. You know, for what reason I don't know. I don't know what's the reason, but I have soca songs, you understand? I have songs that is upbeat soca songs. I have raga soca songs, you know what I mean? And if somebody invite me to sing somewhere as a Calypsonian, I would go and sing my Calypso there, you know? If I have to go and represent, people know me as a Calypsonian, so I will represent with Calypso. But I don't know for what reason Mazat did not sing one of his Calypso there. I can't say. But as I say, he was invited as the Calypso monarch, well, I think, to the show at the opening of Carnival, and he didn't really represent Calypso at that show. And all that goes to show that people not confident in what they're doing, you know. I ain't here to bash anybody, but I want people to be representing when they're supposed to represent. That's what I want to say about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I see somebody was trying to call. If the person is listening, try call no. All right.
Yeah.
But what we would do, Ipa, is give you the opportunity to wrap up. Remind us of
The shows.
Name of the tent, who it is we can look forward to seeing, and what it's all about, right?
Okay, well, our debut, the Calypso Cabaret, will be debuting at the Russell's Auditorium on the 26th of this month. And that is Tuesday the 26th, okay, of May. And we have a 15-member cast. I would like to... what I should have done is to have to write them down on a piece of paper, because the printing here is kind of small. But we have feature artists like Rastaman I.
Hey, he's still singing?
Yeah. We have Jasper. We have Farmer Man. We have Auntie G, which is Georgette. And we have a guy called Deluxe. And he's okay. Very...
I put a pause there. We just take this call and then we continue.
Okay.
All righty. So, Mr. Mason.
Yes, Mr. Ipa.
Hey, good morning.
I'm so glad that you are going down that route, because I think Calypso 10 tried that 1 year. I think as experienced Calypso 10 try bringing them soca artists like Mazat and them, because I think Mazat had a Calypso before he even, and a lot of the older head Calypsonians, I remember very well that they were bashing them, saying that like Bomani be singing ballad, and this singing.
Yeah.
And so they never really accept them. And I think most of them get this confidence, they never, come back into the arena. So I'm glad that you're all doing that.
Yeah, you know something.
Again,
what I think too, a person has to be strong in their conviction. You know what I mean? If
Yeah, I agree with you too. with that,
I
because
nobody can
Bomani
chase me
radio-
away from what I want to do. You could try from now until you die. You know what what my conviction. I had to represent that. You understand what I'm saying?
And
So
and I think Calypso would have, at least for the 10th appearance, attendance, I think it would be another high. If Bomani and all them guys are still.
those guys are good entertainers, you know. But Bomani is a very crafty and a very powerful, Bomani has a great contribution here already, and he has more to make.
Yeah. So I'm glad that you all going that route again, and I hope that they don't get this run to by older heads who saying that they singing ballad, because right now in Trinidad, a lot of them Calypsonians ain't singing like the grandpa anymore.
I know. Look at the lady who win the Calypso Monarch.
When people ask me if it's actually a Calypso.
Yeah, she's a very good vocalist.
Terry Lyons.
Terry
She's a
Lyons.
good entertainer too.
Yeah,
And she's a
very
good
great.
entertainer because for me, she win that song by performing.
Yeah. She did.
I mean, if you really listen to the Calypso itself,
And it's not the regular Calypso. It's, as I say, any culture that stays the same. Any culture that stays the same always dies.
I'm glad. Anyhow, tell Rasa I will maintain promise. I promise him.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So we got Rasta man. Well, Farmer Man say his Calypso name is Avalanche. So I want to make that clear.
I could only imagine what that's about.
Well, we know what the Avalanche is about. Yeah. So we have Georgiana Auntie G. We have Deluxe. This is a rapper soca man, and very, very entertaining. Deluxe have some nice, very good songs. And then we have Sharika. All right. And we have Kevin. This guy is he's a police, sings in the police band also. Very good voice and a very good song as well. We got a guy named Bog. He's singing a song called "Lift Me Up." Very interesting. Yeah, and we got Patches. Well, you don't know. Patches need no introduction. We have Ozari. Well, that's a name that is renowned. Ozari is a very
talented.
Very talented. I tell him last night, I say, Ozari, you is one of the most underrated soca artists that have in St. Vincent. Very great composer and singer. Very good. You have Jeddy. Well, this brother, he's from the drumming community. Very good song as well. We got another brother from the drumming community called Slim G. Very artistical, you know. Very good. Yeah. And we got Gary Young, the man called Choots.
Okay.
Yeah, he will be a part of it also. And we have Kilo and Benji. That is a double youth man. Kilo sing a song called Skin Tone. You know, down in the skin tone. And you know that song? Dark and lovely. I don't bleach. None of that.
I think I know that song.
Yeah. So we have a 15-member cast here, and as I say, we are locked and ready for
a jam-packed night, boy.
Yeah.
And the cast it sounds an interesting cast. Like so many names that you called, you know. So
people. That,
so push. You had to do the push on social media, Ipa. You had to do the push.
we got to. We're still awaiting. City Cities roll out some spots on the radio for us. They said that they're going to have a meeting last night. So we hope that with that meeting we will able to get our publication on the radio stations, so that we could enlighten public as to on a regular basis as to how our development is going and the shows and so forth. So ladies and gentlemen, for people out there in the internet radio land and who are listening off and on the radio. We have 3 shows at the Russell's Auditorium, the 26th, which is Tuesday, the 26th of May. And as I say, we have a full package. Calypsonians, dancers, drummists, and so forth will be there at the Russell's Auditorium. And we have our other show on the 6th of June and the 13th of June at the Russell's Auditorium. And we hope to see each and every Vincentian at the Russell's Auditorium. We have space for you there. All right? And for the corporate sponsors, we are asking you to please give us a call. Let us know what is our fate. We sent the letters already, and we are waiting your response. And it will be nice if you call us sooner than later.
Admission is $20, right?
And the admission to the Russell's Auditorium is $20.
And start time.
Starting time is 8:30 in the PM, and that is a thing that we want to make sure that we keep, because people always, people always bashed us for starting later than we are advertised for.
And this 10 show is when you come, you pay at the door.
Yeah, you pay at the door. You
Right.
pay at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know. We all out of questions?
Yeah.
We all out of questions. All right.
Well, I want to thank you all for having me here, and it was very entertaining. And I hope people out there who listening come to the show, support the shows, support Calypso in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and make Calypso our thing, man. We are reaching out to you, so we want you to reach out to us. All right, support the Calypso, support all the 10 shows. Come to the Calypso Cabaret, go to the Onto Calypso tent, the Graduates Calypso tent, and the Upstage Experience. And we also have a tent in the United States called the Dynamite's Calypso tent, headed by Carlos Rejected Providence. Support all the tents.
And what I would say as an extra, Ipa, grandparents walk with a grandchild.
Walk with your grandchild.
Right? Walk with a grandchild. Because that's the only way they would have an appreciation of the art forms.
That's right.
So if
Thank you.
grandparents walk with a grandchild, they are free.
Yeah, of course. All right.
All right. So Ipa, thanks again for being here with us. I don't think this might be the last time we're seeing you for the season.
No, it would not be the last time.
So,
that is for certain.
Yeah,
That's
so
for certain.
we look forward to seeing you on another occasion. All right?
All right, then. Thanks for having me again, and peace out.
You're welcome. All right.
Yeah, all right.
Nothing else sounds as good as
WEFM, the clean, fresh sound.